Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on time. So let's wait for 1 or 2 more minutes for the other to join. Okay, hello, good morning, everyone. Once again, thank you for joining us on time. Welcome to the webinar with ECU, Edith Cowan University. Today, the host from Yes Education with me, Margareta, and we have Daniel from Edith Cowan University and also Pak Sandy from Edith Cowan University. So maybe some of you already met with Daniel or with Pak Sandy, but if you are never met them before, so this is the introduction here. So as usual, we will do the webinar with the presentation and then the Q&A. If during the presentation you have any question, you can submit them in the Q&A box and we will address them after the presentation. Do not worry if you have like difficulty to put your words in English. You can type your question in Indonesia too, so we can answer them. Okay. So, without further ado, the floor is yours, Pak Sandy and Daniel.
Thank you, Miss Reta. And good morning, everyone. Hi, Dan. It's really great to connect with all of you here. My name is Sandy. I'm representing Edith Cowan University. I'm the regional manager covering Indonesia. Saya juga akan mencoba untuk mempresentasikan ECU dalam bahasa Indonesia, mungkin mix bahasa ya kali ini. Jadi selain bahasa Indonesia juga dalam bahasa Inggris. But it's really good to see you guys. I think I'm familiar with a few of your names. It's really great to connect with you again here. So in the next 30 minutes, we're going to provide you with the informations on ECU that is updated up to today. There are a few informations you would realize later on that we are still confirming, but as of now, please be advised that this is the updated informations. So as I said, my name is Sandy. I'm the regional manager covering Indonesia. Currently, we have three teams. Daniel Sprague is our international account manager and is based in Perth. And my colleagues is also in the Philippines, Princess Bonifacio. So let's continue with video first. My apologies. I think I need to.
In
Australia,
right, Sandy.
trailblazer of her time.
There we go. We've got
to
volume.
empower our students the tools they need to tackle challenges and seize opportunities. ECU is a modern, vibrant university accomplishing some pretty incredible things. Placed in the top 100 young universities worldwide, our teaching quality is consistently ranked among the best in Australia. ECU provides a supportive learning environment with world-class facilities, including some of the most advanced engineering labs in Australia. ECU gives you the business skills industry look for, whether it's social media, virtual reality, or real-world finance simulations. ECU is a leader in cybersecurity education, the largest security operations centre within a university in the Southern Hemisphere. The Western Australian Academy of Performing Arts at ECU is one of the most celebrated performing arts academies in the world. And the exciting new ECU City campus is coming to the heart of Perth CBD, with students arriving from early 2026. ECU students are taught to push beyond theory, using creative thinking to question, challenge, and imagine, with internships and work-integrated learning to put you one step ahead. ECU, creative thinkers made here.
So those provides us with snippets of what ECU is, as well as the important pointers that provide ECU as they are perceived. And the ECU is a public university. We are established in 1991. We have 8 study areas that we are going to cover throughout these presentations. And you will realize that in Western Australia, where Edith Cowan University is located, we have 3 different campuses. First is Joondalup and Bunbury, and in Perth City. So from Jakarta, if you haven't been to Perth and Western Australia, it takes about 4.5 hours flight. Currently, we have Batik Air flying from Jakarta to Perth. But outside of Jakarta, we also do have flights coming from Denpasar, where you find AirAsia, Batik Air, Transnusa, as well as a few other airlines flying from Denpasar, and it takes about 3.5 hours. So if you find yourself arriving in Perth International Airport, it will take you about 30 minutes from the airport with train to go to the Central Business District. So if you look at the maps available here, I'm hoping that you can see my pointer. So from the airport, it takes about 30 minutes using the train, and then you will be in the Perth city center, where literally just next door, just right across the street from the Perth train station, you will find the city campus. So within that city campus, and then if you go to the north, another 30 minutes using train, then you will find our Joondalup campus. And then if you go with currently with land transportations to the south, it takes about 2 hours to go to our Bunbury campus. We have intakes in February and July. And more than 30,000 undergraduate and postgraduate students go to ECUs across all the campuses that we have, and 6,000 of them is international students. So the international students make up for about 20% of the entire populations. As you see in the video as well, we are also recognized as a 5-star in teaching quality, learning resources, skills development, and student supports. This combined has been provided or has been awarded to ECU for 19 consecutive years. So we are really recognized for our 5-star experience for students' experience. ECU have 8 different schools. As you can see, arts and humanities, business and law, medical and health science, nursing and midwifery, science, education, WAPA, as well as I think I missed the business, yeah. But the popular courses that we see throughout Southeast Asia at the moment, particularly the Indonesia. There are engineering, cybersecurity, information technology, computer science, teacher education, nursing, biomedical science, medical science, exercise, sports science, and public health. Um, we also have environmental management, media and communication, design psychology, and so on. Let's continue with our ECU City campus, where essentially three different schools of ECU plus cybersecurity master's degree are also taught. So business and law, creative humanities, performing arts, computer science, and cybersecurity are provided in ECU City campus. And this is an 11-story building. If you haven't been into ECU City previously, this is actually so August has been the 6 months that we occupy the ECU City campus. It's amazing technology over there. So I would welcome you to at least get a splash of how it looks like inside through our tour of ECU campus.
Sandy, I think the sound is
So
not.
as you can see here, if you see on the right down side, you will see the names of the performing arts venues. Currently, there are 8 of them, and they are open for publics. These are some of the dance studio and black box studio that we have. There's a costume store as well. This is where the student hub is.
Hi, Sandy. I can't hear, but perhaps I'll just take you on the tour. So this is our facilities that we have. One of the things that you'll notice with the ECU campus is it's very colourful. It's very vibrant. It's won a number of awards now for architectural design. And just recently, as of yesterday, I was very lucky to meet a couple students from Chile that were just walking past the campus, and they were industrial designers. And one of the things that they looked at was just the awe-inspiring campus and the look and the feel of the campus compared to what they had as university campuses in Chile. And they were in awe of what is a fantastic new ECU City campus. So sorry that the volumes weren't working, and we'll get that fixed. But these videos are all available online, so Sandy can pass that information on to you at a later date. Anyway, over to you, Sandy. Sorry to just interject there.
That's all right, Daniel. I wasn't also aware that the video sounds for this one is not quite working. My apologies, everyone. But the highlight is, as Daniel said, it is an amazing technology and infrastructures that we have for students. Mungkin dalam bahasa Indonesia juga kalau dilihat di dalam video tadi itu juga ada beberapa area seperti kayak barbecuing areas buat student dan juga apa namanya ruang meeting yang bisa di book oleh students menggunakan teknologi yang cukup integrated juga di dalam situ. Dan juga ada beberapa hal lain seperti misalnya mood court yang nanti juga saya akan jelaskan. Anyway, nah di dalam City Campus ini, we're providing several schools and courses available for students. One of them is performing arts. Yang fasilitasnya itu terdiri dari vertically stacked performance spaces. The Playhouse Theater incorporates a 3-story flight tower. And I mentioned specifically previously that we have 8 different venues within the city campus that we use for about 300 performances throughout the year. So students can also connect with the general publics, and the general publics can also connect with the ECU city campus communities as well. Moving on to creative industries, we do have programs that are offered in arts, designs, and communications. Our Screen Academy and broadcastings are also provided. The facilities include the films and screen production studios, state-of-art radio and television broadcast studios, and adaptive creative arts and design studios and galleries. Moving on to business and laws, as I said, one of the highlights of the facilities within the city campus is moot court. So if you're familiar with trials, law trials, we actually do have the facility that resembles the real trials and courts room where you can actually do that and look over the scenery of the cities as well. So it's quite amazing. We also do we also have digital smart labs, industry innovation and engagement hub, dynamic function engagement and collaboration spaces. And in terms of technology, we have digital hub where you can see that for teaching and learning purposes, there are computer labs in every single level within the city campus that students and professors can use to do the teaching and learning activities. And that essentially includes the latest state-of-the-art technology that provides opportunity for students and professors to connect and learn with the state-of-the-art technology that we have. I was gonna show you this video, but I wasn't sure if this the sound is going to pop out. But if you really would like to, I can share this video later with the Yes Education team, so you can look at the link and experience the video by yourself, everyone. Do not be afraid. This is the campus, the central business district mapped. What I want to show you here is the locations of where the city campus is. As you can see, there is a Perth busport right underneath the city campus building, so it is integrated. And as I said earlier, if you are in the Perth train station, when you get out of the building, just across the street, you will find the ECU City Campus right next to it. So it's really in the middle of the street. And the beautiful thing about this map is that you can see up in the north, you will see all the entertainment as well as the cultural precincts that sets Perth just right next door of the city campus. And if you can see on the south, you will see the CBD area where all the companies are located. Companies' offices are located. So in this sense, the city campus provides that convenience for students to connect with all the communities in business, in cultures, as well as easy access to entertainments. Even though students are not staying in the middle of the city, they can easily hop on a bus or trains to go to the center of the city and then just be connected to the city campus directly. By the way, about the accommodation, there are a few student-purposed accommodations that are available around this middle of the city. And we've got essentially almost 5,000 beds available within the next few years for students to stay. So the options for student accommodations right in the middle of the cities are available, and these are very convenient for students because it only takes about 10 minutes to walk to the campus. Moving on to our Joondalup campus, this is where our STEM courses, teacher education, and humanities are also available. As you might probably see in the video earlier, we do have a science building that with the facade, you can see this is a giant periodic table where it is actually a record breaking as well in terms of how big they are. But within that, there are facilities in labs to accommodate science and related to like biomedical science courses available within ECU. On the left, you can see our facilities for nursing and midwifery, and on the right, it is our facility, which is the Cybersecurity Operations Center that we use for research in cybersecurity. Please note that this SOC, as we take it, or Cybersecurity Operations Center, is the largest facility in the Southern Hemisphere in the university environment. So when your students are looking to study cybersecurity, both for bachelor's degree or master's degree research, we have the place for them to support and connect with the industries that are within the cybersecurity sectors. Along with the engineering as well as the teaching educations as teacher education as well, students are linked to networks of the sectors. So our Joondalup campus also connects with schools, for example, to support our students in connecting as well as for the work integrated learning opportunities, meaning that they are provided with provided with the opportunity to connect with schools during their study and then get the credits for it as well during our courses. In terms of accommodations, we do have on-campus accommodations in our Joondalup campus. It is through the ECU village. The various options available at each campus is available where students get a one-bedroom apartment and it's also less than 5-minute walk to campus. And if you want to find out more about the informations, we have the QR code available here. And for support services, again, we have embedded supports for students, and this is free for students to access through the Student Hub, Access and Inclusion, Health and Wellness Services, Medical Services, all the way through the Career and Employment Services as well. I briefly mentioned about work integrated learning previously. It is an opportunity for students to apply theoretical skills, and this is for credits. So students will get credits as well as a number of hours in practical learning that supports not only in their practice of theoretical skills, but also to connect with potential employers. This is also a good way for students to network for their professional development as well. It is often compulsory. There are a few courses that offer this as options, and it is built into most courses. Moving on to industry partnerships, ECU is partnering with one of them is IBM. IBM provides an internships opportunity for students, and this is paid. Not all the opportunities are paid in this case, but this one is. So students will often get opportunity to connect with not only the IBM as a company, but also access to network with their clients as well throughout the internships. We're also connected with Apple, and they provide a foundation program. We do have the Apple Foundation Programs facility embedded within City Campus. So within the City Campus, there is one dedicated facility for Apple to run, and that is separate to ECU system, where students can actually engage and be selected to join the Apple Foundation programs. It is a 3-week program where students are able to use and utilize all the latest technology that Apple has, including the devices, and also be part of group discussions where they will connect and discuss about how the facilities and Apple's latest technologies are viewed within communities, including so they will be asked for feedbacks on how the technology and devices are used within the societies. So it's an interesting one, and it is free for ECU students to take, but they will have to be selected though. The other exciting opportunities is for students that are taking our business sports management programs. There is one program that is partnerships between ECU and West Coast Eagle. This is the Australian rules football or footy as we call it. This is one of the team that is with the headquarters located in Perth. So what they're doing is about 100 hours of internships, collaborating with the team, where the students of ECU would be able to practice their skills as well as their knowledge to support the West Coast Eagles management throughout the internships duration. Okay, so we would like to change gears now and provide you with the entry requirements. And these are essentially available in our website. If you have any questions on it, I'll be happy to run through how you can get this information through our website. But essentially, These are based on the three curriculums within the Indonesian schools communities that usually are available. So one is the national curriculum atau kurikulum merdeka. For the standard entry, that means entries that for the course that only take what we understand as a certificate, the continuations of certification 4 type of programs. This you can follow the standard entry, where essentially students will be looked at their transcripts and with a grade average of 75 in the best 5 subjects. But for those courses that utilize higher entry, grade average of 80 in the best of 5 subjects will be required. I can show one of the courses later on if you have any questions on the standard entry versus higher entry. But essentially, if we move on to international A levels, for standard entry, we require 5 points. This is calculated from a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 3 A-level subjects. So if the students get, let's say, 2 Cs or 3 Cs, for example, that will also merit the standard entry requirements for ECU. But for the higher entry, we require 8 points. And for the IB diploma programs, and we're not, just to confirm that we do not accept international baccalaureate certificate, we only recognize the IBDP. The minimum points that we require is 24 for standard entry and 28 for higher entry. And please note that for English, the higher level English of grade 4 on 2012 onwards will be able to be recognized as the English requirements for ECU's courses. I can delve into detail if you have questions on this as well. But for the completed applications, essentially the documents that we require are this for the initial submissions. More informations that the admissions will require, they usually will request through our portal. So the all applications that we require is first the official transcripts and completion certificates of all study. We also ask for evidence of English language requirements. This could be IELTS and several other English language tests. We can go over that if you want. And there is also explanation for any gaps in study, passport, and if the students have current visa or visa refusals, please let us know. And for all the admissions and contacts, if you have specific inquiries, I think the best way is through the Yes Education for you to connect. But all admission inquiries, please reach out to inquiries, specifically inquiries at ecu.edu.au. So admissions won't upload documents on an email into the portal. So please upload any documents into your portal and advise us if you can't see the students in your portal so we can have it rectified. And for a tip, always complete applications have the best opportunity for timely processing. We usually see around 2 to 3 weeks of applications being reviewed. And to set your expectations, I think 2 to 3 weeks is the regular durations, but we often see that if with the complete applications, we see that documents being reviewed and provided with offers or results being issued sooner than 2 to 3 weeks as well. So it's really complete applications that have the best opportunity for timely processing. And lastly, why choose Perth, Western Australia? And again, I think couple points that we can highlight is that Perth is the closest Australian city. It has the robust economy, while it has one of the most affordable options to live in Australia. It also provides opportunity for larger salary compared to the national levels. More employment opportunities with higher salary grades than the national average wage, and lower cost of living than other major cities in Australia. One of a few of our strong industries in Perth and Western Australia in general is energy and mining, defense and innovation, agriculture, healthcare, and tourism. And that is pretty much it from me. Silahkan Bapak Ibu, teman-teman, kalau ada pertanyaan, please let us know. I think I have a few questions already, Reta. Please let me know.
Oke, thank you Pak Sandy untuk penjelasannya. And thank you for Daniel to share the links of the information that Pak Sandy shared in the PPT.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Dan.
So for our attendees, if you have any question, any inquiry, or maybe now you have like some student inquiry or student cases that you want to get more information, please type your question or inquiry in the Q&A box. Or maybe if you want to talk directly, raise your hand and I will allow you to unmute. Okay, I think we have question here.
Yeah.
Is there a list
I've
for scholarship for Indonesian students,
yeah.
UG and PG?
Thank you. We've anticipated this question really. Terima kasih pertanyaannya, Bapak Ibu. So scholarship for Indonesian students, yes, we are in the process of approving scholarships schemes at the moment for the next year, tahun 2027. Itu skema scholarshipnya sedang dalam proses approval. And hopefully within the next few weeks, hopefully shorter than that, then we can provide you with the update. But it will generally mirror what we have so far, and especially for Indonesian students, 20% scholarships. So what we had this year is 20% scholarships for the duration of the study. And this is automatically eligible. So if students apply and the admissions see that within the academics and English requirements, students are meeting those requirements, and then they will generally get the offer letter or conditional offer with the 20% scholarships reflected in it. So yeah. So we're waiting at the moment, but once we have that information, we will share the information to Reta and the team at Yes Education, and they will eventually lead it to you. Well, thanks for the question.
Yeah, I'm just going to add to that, Sandy, a little bit.
Yes.
So in terms of the scholarships for 2027, as Sandy's just pointed out, we're in the final stages of getting them confirmed. We have had some wonderful 2026 scholarships, and we believe that they'll be very similar to those. For students that lodge applications now, what will happen is if you are eligible for that scholarship will be then applied automatically to your 2027 application/offer. So then you will be sent a new offer with your application, your scholarship applied. So don't hold back applications just because you're waiting for the scholarships. If you're looking to apply and you're very serious about coming to what is a wonderful campus in the city or in Joondalup at ECU, please apply, and then just know that scholarships will be applied to those offers if you're eligible for them as soon as scholarships are formalized and announced. Now, I've put a link into the chat which is our scholarships page, you can see what is available for 2026. So many of those 2026 scholarships will continue on to 2027 with a slight change. So they will be potentially named something different. Just keep that in mind. But yes, what we had this year was a 20% bursary scholarship on the full duration of your studies. So that is for 3 years if you're studying a bachelor's degree, and then 2 years if you're doing a master's degree, obviously within the fine print requirements. So, sorry, Sandy, over to you.
That's all right then. I was actually going to ask you, there is a question from Jacob Soyanto on Pak Jacob on WAPA program. Is it hard to get in? Is there any acceptance rates? Any requirements for portfolio for students who done 3 years diploma in performing arts transferring to WAPA ECU? Is there any exemptions? I can share the link, but if you would like to speak about it a little bit more while I'm doing the link
Sure,
sharing,
of
that would be
course.
nice.
Yeah, definitely. So Western Australian Academy for Performing Arts is a school of ECU, but it is also a very prestigious academy in that respect for performing arts. So it's competitive entry. Yes, you do need to have, for the performing arts program, you will need to have an application and then process through a platform where you'll submit that portfolio. So generally that portfolio is about 3 minutes to 5 minutes in duration, the performance that you're going to submit, and then a little bit of information about yourself as to why you would like to, as a student, would like to apply to the Performing Arts Academy. And that information is there. I'm not sure if you've I can see what you're putting on the screen at the moment, Sandy. But yeah, there's the information is there, so you can see what is being pulled up there in terms of acting audition, interview guide. The performing arts audition interview guide is there, and then the screen performance interview guide is there as well. So is it difficult to get into WAPA? It's a prestigious performing arts academy, so it is competitive entry. We do have 3 Indonesian students in the program at this point in time. So if you are gifted and talented, I believe that there is a place for you. And I do believe that it's worth lodging an application to see if you would be accepted into WAPA for 2027. Back over to you, Sandy.
Thanks, Dan. Pak Jacob, thank you for the question. So I'm just going to go over how you can find out the informations, if not through Yes Educations and us, if you're asking directly for a specific link, you can explore more about what we offer and as well as the informations available through this. So the website ecu.edu.au, and then within that, I encourage you to go to the menu and then scroll down until you can see International Home. Once you click that, you will be going into this web page where you can scroll down and eventually you can see all the courses available. And this is also all CRACOS registered, where you can find the Western Australian Academy for Performing Arts. Then you can click one of the informations there on the course. So Bachelor of Arts Dance, for example, and then you scroll down and you will find the academic admissions requirement. In here, you will find for more informations, you can see the interviews, folios, and auditions. When you click it, this is what you find. And if you clicked, let's say, music theater or acting auditions or any performing arts, then you will find all the informations available over here. So that includes also the all the timelines as well as the application process. I see that Princess is also putting the hands up. Hi, Princess. Thanks for
Yeah.
chiming in.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Yes, just to jump in and add a little context to this, Sandy is providing you the comprehensive process of how you can find all the information. Just a reminder, guys, that for this particular folio, right, this is for intended for domestic students, and there is a portion for international students. So WAPA programs are very much talent based. So which means students would really have to do audition. There are some programs here where they also would be asked to do an interview if they're shortlisted. So just be mindful of that. There are also due like a application due date and a bit of processing, like a fee for this particular course if they will apply. So if ever you need assistance, I understand that our audience today are agents. If ever you need assistance, please reach out to Yes Education so they can also reach out to ECU team and provide more information on this. The platform that Daniel spoke about earlier, we call it Accepted. So it is a comprehensive platform specifically for WAPA applicants. So if, for example, you applied a student for whatever course in WAPA, you will hear from ECU team or Yes Education will get a notification from ECU team to submit the recordings of the audition, introduction videos through the accepted page. So it's the platform itself or the platform for WAPA application, we call it accepted, but that doesn't mean that the students are already accepted. Okay, it's just the name of the platform. Just avoid confusion. So you just have to submit or to load all of those videos and whatever materials required through that get accepted, and ECU will process that. ECU WAPA team will process that. So you will hear from Yes Education if the student um, is accepted in the program. Definitely you will receive an offer from the university. All right, that's it. Thanks, Sandy.
Thanks, Princess. Appreciate it. I think we are leaving one piece of the questions as well in terms of for students who also done 3 years of diploma in performing arts, transferring to WAPA ECU. Is there any exemptions to that? Princess, are you?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, like I said, one, it's while it's talent based, it is also important that the qualification, the previous qualification of the student would meet our requirement. So stand like a standard entry requirement for WAPA. So my suggestion at the end of the day, it's our admissions discretion and also WAPA. My suggestion is to submit an application with all the documentation of the student, both in English language and the original form. So for example, if they've studied in Indonesian institution with, the diploma and the transcript or in Bahasa, then it has to be translated or those have to be translated into English, all right? So admissions will be able to assess properly. Now, is there a way, for example, if the student did not meet the entry requirement of the university, um, what's next for them? Um, Unfortunately, we do not have a pathway program with ECC for WAPA programs, for all WAPA programs. So we really need to have to wait for example, a year or so. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Princess. And also, please remember, in terms of WAPA, if not all of the courses, we only have one intake per year, and that's usually during February. That's why Princess also mentioned about you have to wait for another year if the first application is not, for example, successful. That informations also are available in the website where you can go scroll down a little bit and then you will see like availability and campus, for example. So you would see City Campus, Joondalup, Southwest, Sri Lanka. We might want to skip it, but for semester 1 and semester 2, this particular course is only available only in semester 1. So that's
Okay.
the type of information you can have.
Sandy, can I just quickly discuss about the standard entry and higher entry.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
if it's possible, if you can scroll down for me,
Yeah,
scroll down yeah.
the band.
Oh yeah, yes. So earlier, Sandy also mentioned in terms of entry requirement where what is required for standard entry programs and also higher entry programs. So at ECU, some courses are categorized as higher entry and also standard entry. So if you are to check, so if the course is under academic admission requirement band 3, these are considered standard entry courses, okay? Or for this particular course, it's a standard entry course, which means it follows
Standard.
the scores under, it should follow the score under standard entry. In Australia, these the equivalent of this is like 70 ATAR. All right. Now, if the ATAR is 70 and above, like 71 and above, we consider that higher entry program. So an example would be engineering. So if you are to look at bachelors of engineering, you would find the band number is 4. So it's academic band number 4. So that means it's higher entry program. Now, mm, go on. Yeah, there you go. So, however, there are programs at ECU, like for example, Bachelor of Laws, okay, speech pathology, occupational therapy. These courses are assessed in case-to-case basis and might require even higher score. So the best suggestion again is to just submit an application and allow admissions, easy admissions to assess your student's application. Thank you.
Thanks, Princess. Alright. Ada pertanyaan lagi nggak ya, teman-teman?
Sandy, sorry, lastly, because there's a question earlier about English requirement and I answered it straight on. So just to discuss, ECU accepts IELTS, PTA, OET, TOEFL. Sandy will show you in a bit of the entry, the acceptable English tests at ECU. However, just be mindful that there are some courses at ECU. For example, Master of Teaching,
Mhm.
Bachelor of Education, that only accept academic IELTS. All right. So if you have a student intending to do Master of Teaching in Early Childhood, you have to remember ECU only accepts IELTS academic. Yeah. If they took PTE, then it won't be possible for us to accept it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Princess. I'm just gonna quickly show you guys, and this is the last time I promise. That if you go to any courses, CRICOS registered courses in ECU, when you scroll down and then you go to the English language requirements, and you see there is a band 3 or band 4 or band 5 or anyone higher, you can go to the English proficiency test that is accepted. Unless it is a very specific case, as Princess mentioned, generally you can look at the tests that are accepted by ECU to become the English language proficiency. So if you can see, like, there is a Cambridge International A level, and then you will see like grade E in English, for example, English literature or English language is also accepted. For those that provide the international IGCSE, English as a second language at a grade B or above, etc., this is also accepted. But predominantly what we're looking at as a general rule of thumbs, IELTS academic is accepted. And for this particular band, which is band 3, the overall band minimum score of 6.0. And please note that many of ECU's courses requires this band, so minimum score of 6.0, no individual band less than 6.0, except those in honors usually, or higher, if it is a course that requires further English language proficiency for that. But the bottom line is, if you're in doubt, let's ask Yes Education, and in turn, Yes Education will let us know. We'll try to provide the information as soon as possible. And yes, so that's it, Shweta.
Okay, I think there's another subject that we haven't discussed yet
Yeah.
for UG, especially under 18 student.
That's correct. Yes. So, unfortunately, ECU only accepts students that are 18 years of age or above, and that's in terms of students that are under 18. There are a few pathways that we are accepting, including one of them is Edith Cowan College. Princess, I think you want to covered that as well.
Oh, it's all right. Ye- Okay.
Oh,
So as an option, yes, of course, we know that Indonesian students are quite young. A lot of undergraduate students, right? So for ECU, like what Sandy mentioned, unfortunately, we cannot accept under 18 students unless of course they have guardian in Perth in Western Australia who can look after them, like relatives or parents who will be with them once they are in Australia. Now the best option, we have Edith Cowan College, our very own college. So for those students who are under 18, let's say for example 17 going 18 by second year when they transfer to ECU, ECC would be the best place, would be the best location to send the students. We have heaps of program and foundation and also diploma as an option for them. I understand sometimes, parents would think, oh, it's a diploma. It's not good enough for for my kid. I want to be in year one bachelor. Please understand that the programs we're offering at ECC are actually programs for higher education. So, like this diploma, it's not a standalone diploma. It is really a diploma leading to ECU's bachelor course. So, we are considering this a higher entry, like a higher diploma, a higher education diploma. So, if your students or yeah, let's say 17 years old would want to study at ECU City Campus or in Joondalup, ECC would be the best place to go to. They have smaller classes. What else? The support services are available. They can organize. Yeah, they can organize. ECC can organize. I was stopped by a message from Dan. They can organize. What do you
The
call that?
under
Like a
18
welfare. Yeah,
arrangement, the
for
well-being.
for 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 your student. So they would spend, for example, diploma year two. They would just spend 1 year at ECC and then transfer to ECU as a second year student later on. ECC is building number 80 of ECU Joondalup. So it's part of the ECU um, premises. So it's safe. It's just walking distance to the university. Your students at ECC will still be able to use some of the facilities that we have in the uni. Okay, that's it.
Thanks, Princess. Yes. So while Princess were mentioning this, uh, this is essentially what we have for the brochure for international students going to ECC. As Princess said, ECC is integrated into our Joondalup campus. So the ECC programs is conducted in the Joondalup campus, which is about 30 minutes away from the middle of the city. And there are a few programs here which you might explore. So foundation program, but the highlight will be the diploma course where leavers of year 12 or leavers of high school students will be able to apply to the diploma course and take the diploma course for 1 year, and that to be diploma year two in ECC nomenclature. And then after that 1 year of duration, and then a student will be able to transfer to ECU in year 2, and then have that last 2 years conducted at ECU. Again, with the academic entry requirements generally lower, and English entry requirements is also lower than ECU has. This answers your question, Reta. Thank you for pointing that out.
Thank you. Yes.
Sorry, just lastly, because Sandy mentioned about the entry requirements, I understand also that we observe that there's a growing interest for nursing program from Indonesian students. So
Correct.
ECU has a very strong nursing program, and in fact, we deliver the largest nursing program in Western Australia. Okay, our course is a 3-year program leading to a nursing registration. So just a reminder for everybody that the English requirement for this course is quite high. It's 7.0 overall, no band below 7.0 in speaking, listening, reading. However, for writing, it can be 6.5. Right? Our probably requests from all of you, there is an option to go to ECC, and there's also an option to go to ECU. So in terms of English requirement, it is best that the student will get the required score before they study at ECU nor at ECC, so that we avoid delays later on. ECC can accept 6.5 overall, but at the end of the day, after they finish the diploma, then they have to retake the test again. So it's additional cost for your student. So might as well encourage them to take the test and really hit the score that is required. So that's just it. Yes, Dan, you want to add anything?
Yeah. Perfect, perfect, I guess, caution there, Princess, for the success of our students coming from our Yes partners. I manage in my role here, I also manage our relationship with the college. So all of the students that transition from start their journey with ECC and transition across to ECU. In terms of that nursing cohort, so those students coming from the Diploma of Health Sciences across to our Bachelor of Science Nursing, so C33 course, it's really imperative for the success of the students that they have the English requirement. They have a higher English requirement already, or capability already to meet that requirement. What you don't want as a student is for you to be told that you've completed the Diploma of Health Sciences, so academically you've met the entry requirement to the university, but you haven't met the English requirement yet. So you have to look at another option. And from our position, we don't want to have students do that either. We really want them to stay on progress and move systematically from the college into their second year of university studies. So to our partners out there, I do echo what Princess is saying. I think it's really critical that students, specifically those that are, potentially using English as their second language, have a very strong foundation of English if they're choosing to do the nursing pathway. Okay, and we can help you give guidance on what the students need to do. That's what Sandy and Princess and myself are here to do. But it's really critical that for the success of the students, that they have that English attained early on in their studies. So thanks, Princess. Great point.
Thanks, Princess. Thanks, Dan. All right. So I
By
think,
the way, this is the
yes.
easiest CD, guys, at nighttime.
Yeah.
Real photo.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
It's so amazing, right? Is
Yeah.
it more of Jakarta vibe, Surabaya, or
No, it's I don't know, man. It looks it looks amazing.
yes,
I was I
it's
wasn't
really
gonna
a cool
compare,
school.
but
No, just in relation, we love
yeah.
lights. Perth, by the way, is known as the city of light. So here we go.
Yeah.
What's amazing, Princess, what I think is amazing about that picture, everyone, is it is right in the heart of the city. So, and when you look at the color that it is at night, it's a heart. It's beating. It's alive. It's very vibrant. as I said to you just the other day, I was in the city, and I just happened to have a couple of students from Chile come past, and they were just in awe of what is an amazing campus. So students, I think, will be very that come and see it and then choose to study there. They're blessed with an amazing environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go
Sorry,
ahead,
Princess.
Sandy. I was
Um,
just about to say, like,
yeah,
this is the entertainment area. You're like right here,
yeah,
even the Chinatown or mini Chinatown,
right.
and then in front of you, you have the train station right here. You have the
Yeah,
business sector. You have the shopping area right here, and currently building some accommodation at the back, right? So it's literally the prime location designed for the city of Perth.
yeah. And I was gonna add up to it as well. This is not only for display, and Daniel also said that the highlight is really it redefines Perth CBD because previously, cafes closed at like 4 or even before, but right now, because of the ECU City campus, a lots of restaurants also open really until late time. And that also is redefining what the experience for students studying in the center of the city looks like. So if you have the time and opportunity to go to Perth, please let us know first. Let us know, and we'll be able to show you around the campus as well. It's really amazing, guys.
Okay, thank you, Pak Sandy, Princess, and Dan. So I think no more question from our attendee. Hopefully they get all the information correctly, and don't worry if you have any inquiries later for our attendee, and or maybe you want to have like your student have online consultation, or if they're based in Jakarta and want to meet with Pak Sandy, just contact Yes Education team and we can try to liaise with ECU team to do the session, either it's the online or the offline session with your student. Okay, thanks a
Uh,
lot
I
for
was I
everyone.
was just going to add one more thing, Margarita, and that's
Yeah.
that for all of our Yes partners out there, if you are going to be in Surabaya, I hope you are. Unfortunately, I won't be,
That's fine.
but Pak Sandy will
Ah,
be. So he will be there with you to meet you. So please come and say hello. I look forward. Well, we as ECU look forward to the opportunity to shake hands and say hello and say good day.
Yeah, thanks so much, Dan, to point it
yeah.
out. We almost forget about it. So
You should,
the summit is the highlight,
Yeah,
and
we will
I
do
will
it
be happy
next
to
month.
connect with you. Yes.
Sandy, you should give them some quakas when you meet them. Yeah.
Yes, I will. All right. Yes, the summit happens on the 15th to 7th, 18, everyone.
15 to 18
And it's
September,
going to be in Surabaya. I'm sure Ibu Reta is going to tell you
of
all about it.
course.
But we'll be there.
Okay, thank you everyone. And don't forget, ECU also counted for the fam trip point reward for next year. Although next year we are not visiting Australia, we are visiting New Zealand next year. But ECU, if you have any student to ECU, so you can get the point for the fam trip. Okay, thanks a lot,
Thanks so much.
everyone. Bye
Thank
bye.
Lovely
you.
to meet you, everyone. Take
Hopefully,
care.
see you
See you then.
soon.
Great to see everyone. Bye. Thanks, Dan.